What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. We're checking back in. We got our On the Dot PGA live stream coming at you guys here on a wonderful, beautiful Tuesday evening. We'll recap our Mexico Open results, and then we will get into the Cognizant Classic this week, formerly known as the Honda Classic. As always, here with Bet with the Boys, a.k.a. Teaser Nation. How are we feeling tonight, buddy?
Yeah, good. Hopefully we, get back on the outright train. We had a sweat with Jaeger last week. Kind of forgot how to play golf on Sunday. I thought he could, win. It was, I guess, a good finish. I don't know if you watched the end of it, but it was pretty bad golf by anyone, chasing. Rye got off to a good start and then just kind of started making bogeys after he saw he was in the lead. And then Smalley does what he does when he's in the lead. So it was, I thought Podgeter had it, but I guess he's just not ready yet.
Right.
Yeah. The only really silver, the good part of the week was I got an 8-1 top 10 on Toasty, tied for 10. So that was good for the VIP.
Yep.
So yeah, overall I was surprised with the tournament. I thought it would be, more lame than it was, but it was pretty interesting down the stretch. So
yeah, we called it last week on the stream where it was going to be a wild outright winner. We just kind of knew that. But congrats to anybody out there with a Brian Campbell outright. I think I saw someone who commented on my post. It was like plus 27,000. So kudos to you guys. But I didn't even know Brian Campbell was on the PGA Tour. So
yeah, if you're putting that play in, it's just literally throwing a dart out there. I don't think anyone really knows who it was,
but no, I've been able to watch a ton more golf. I'm getting my little one involved with golf a little bit more, so she interacts with it a little bit better. So I've been able to sneak in Saturdays and Sundays instead of Paw Patrol or number blocks or anything like that. So been able to do that. But we'll get into, for my Mexico Open, I had a Jaeger top 20, and I also had Hogart top 20. Those are plus 115, plus 160s. But my outrights were dead in the water. I basically, I think 2 of the 3 missed the cut. I was trying to just go opposite of a lot of not projections, but just a little bit different. Did not work out, but overall, I think we broke even on the outrights and placements cards. But man, these 3 balls, I share every day from Thursday to Sunday with my man Teaser, and I'm like, which one's going to ruin this one? Which one is it? And sure as hell, we had, I think it was 2 of 4 days had 3 of 4. So it is bound to happen. So if you have not joined the Discord yet, you're in. If you do, I think this is going to be the week. It has to be the week that we cash in. We turn like $15 to $20 into $800 to $1,000. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those weekends for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Let's break down the Cognizant Classic. Teaser, let us know what attributes, stats we need to figure out, and a little bit about PGA National. We get a little bit tougher course here.
Yeah, I guess the tournament name changed, but it's been PGA National for however long they've played here. I think it's a par 71 now. I think they pushed one of the par 4s to a par 5, so there's 3 now. 7,100 yards. It's a pretty smaller course compared to others on the PGA Tour. Tight landing areas off the tee. A lot of forced layups. So we see a lot of positional guys play well here, like Straka winning. 65% of the approach shots come from 125 to 150. So anything within 125 isn't too much in play this week with wedge game. Every year I look at premium on bogey avoidance. I remember when Chris Kirk won, he was number 1 in that statistic when I looked. So that's a big thing here with the wind and, the water hazards around, scrambling as well. So ball strikers with good short games on Bermuda. A lot, on the models, which we'll show later, we can plug in strokes gained Florida swing now, which is cool. So we can see who plays well on Bermuda in this Florida March swing. So really just a top 10 in event history. Obviously, you'll see these guys a lot this week: Daniel Berger, Henley, Lowry, who's the favorite, Ben On, Eric Cole, who played well here, I think 2 years ago, Kitayama and Hodges. And then course comps, Concessions, which is also in Florida, has a lot of water hazards and Bermuda grass as well. And then kind of look at the weather this week for the wind. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but keys to manage ball flights, hence why, Lowry plays well here all the time. Key stats would be approach, off the tee, and then proximity 150 to 200. So
yeah, I'm excited to see a more difficult golf course. I thought the Mexico Open golf course played, as tough as it could, but
yeah.
it was still like -20 that won. Yeah,
They made it look hard on Sunday, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah, they were just.
every par 5, it's like it was very gettable,
Mhm.
and then they had that drivable par 4 on 7.
Yeah.
But this week you got the bear trap that you're going to hear probably 300 times.
Yeah.
But a lot of water, and you make sure you check in on the wind projections. So those are key if you're playing DFS. You can see if there's any type of wind advantage or tee time advantage, AM, PM, PM, AM. But just make sure you guys check in Thursday before lock for that. But yeah, I'm excited. It should be a good tournament. Let's dive into some outrights. Who we're leaning on. If you got any questions, if you've want to recap your Mexico Open, see how you guys did, one and done questions, which we'll break down as well. Just if you want to just say what's up, throw it in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. But as you get to the leaderboard here, you got Lowry, Sungjae, Berger, Straka, and Henley kind of round out the top 5 there. I see a lot of love in the industry for all 5, and more than likely, if you have a model, you're going to have Lowry and Henley at the top, more than likely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about any of those top 5 guys? Are they a shoe in this week? You're going to play them at plus 2,000 winner is a nice. That means right then and there, you just know it's going to be a kind of a wide open place here.
Yeah, my take on it is, I do like Lowry this week. It's hard not to, but I think the 20-1 is something that I probably would never take on him, just because he doesn't really win. He hasn't won in America yet, so it's like, he always finds a way. He'll be there and always find a way to lose. So the 20-1, Sungjae 22-1. I don't know if I could take that either. I got on Monday morning. I'm going to start the card with Berger at 30-1. Yeah. He's now 25, which I still probably would take. I think the key with him is I think people forget how good he was before he got hurt. And, when we came out of COVID, he was winning the tournament right after, the break. So, in this model, he's 2. Really, it's just 6 strokes gained total, last 36. I think he's second in strokes gained, course comp. And then the big thing for me is 4th in bogey avoidance, his last 36. And then I think top 10 in proximity as well. He also has 2 top 5s here. And then if you even look at recent history right there, if you scroll down, the ball striking's coming back. I think the back issues are behind him now. So with him, it's just all about – last year he missed the cut, but if you type in Honda, yeah, that'll come up. So I don't know why the strokes gains aren't popping up, but 2 top 5s in a row, and then a second. Obviously, 2015 doesn't really matter at this point, but everything since 2020 does. That's kind of when he was healthy and not going through the back issue. So I think as long as he can make putts this week, and then I like him in the range where I think a winning score of 8 under to 12 under is going to be the winner. So
yeah, if you guys been with golf Twitter for a while now, Berger was the hottest guy in the world for a while there. And then he basically just fell off the face of the earth due to his back. Yeah. So he's worked his way back into the mix from Florida. So, you kind of always, when we have the West Coast swing, you play a lot of the West Coast guys or the coastal not links times player, but coastal windy players that are good there. Now you come to the Florida swing. I mean, you just tend to play more of those guys. They're used to the grass. They're used to the landscape a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Berger fits a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in pretty good recent form. I mean, if you're going to play him on DFS, you're going to get 20% ownership there.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, he's going to be top 5 ownership there. I mean, you're going to all 5 of these guys are pushing the highest own. But I mean, strategy wise, if you've been around and if you guys have tuned in whatsoever, if you're playing DFS, depending on if low risk, high risk, if it's high risk, I'd try to fade some of these guys too with the ownership. So we got Brandon here. What's up, buddy? So what's up, guys? Just remembered the stream tonight. Also, Kitayama, Thorpe Jorgensen, and Hostler screwed me. Yeah.
I told you about Kitayama. I said
Kitayama was he's hashtag bad right now.
I did say it was a fade last week. Yeah.
But Thorpe Jorgensen, that one upset me. That was I thought he was a better course fit than what he showed. And Hostler, he ruined that one and done. So or that 3-ball one. So I'm still ticked at him. Even though you have to go back to him. I think this is the week you have to go back to him. Mm-hmm. He still fits a lot of the boxes that you want to see there. But yeah, I'm right there with you on all 3 of those guys. So we'll try to redeem ourselves tonight or this weekend for sure. But my on those top 5 guys, I mean, I'd probably lean Berger. If I go Sungjae, I'm probably leaning him more top 20 or like a top 10 or something like that. I just think his approach when he's on, you really can't beat that guy. But he's just never a guy that wins. So it's tough. It's really, really tough there. As you get down the leaderboard, you got Pendrith, who is intriguing. Minwoo Lee, who's playing better golf, played good golf here as well. Brandon's boy Kitayama, McCarthy, and Davis Thompson. What do you think about any of those guys as we go down the leaderboard here?
I've seen a lot of Davis Thompson this week, obviously I don't mind Henley this week. I mean, you know how much I love Russell Henley, but it's gonna hurt me not to take him this week. But I don't think I could take that man under a 30-1. So
who was that? Sorry.
I mean, I love Henley, but I don't think I can get around to a 25-1. That's just what it is. But yeah, these other guys, Kitayama, I'll pass on that. I don't know why they keep throwing a 35-1 on him. Out of those guys, I think McCarthy's probably the best.
I was just saying that. I think he's pretty dang good this week.
Yeah, he's actually 6th or 5th in this model. Mm-hmm. Strokes gained total, calm courses, he's 5th. Obviously, we know he's a great putter. That kind of keeps him in it. Florida, he's pretty good in Florida, top 20.
Another Florida guy. Got to remember that.
Yep. Bogey avoidance, I think he's top 10, so he's, that putter obviously saves him a lot. But I think he played well at the Genesis. I know he was in the last group and kind of didn't do much on a Sunday. But he's another guy who I would like to see him get his, his first win. It's tough to take him on outright. I wouldn't mind a placement on him, but 35-1 on a guy who's never won is tough to take. But I think he has decent course history at the Honda.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
it's not
2 cuts in a row and then a 3rd and a 30th. So I mean, it's more of a recent form fit here. With, I mean, he's been playing fantastic golf to start the year.
Yep.
And if you're one way to avoid bogeys here and to play good golf is to putt, and you're looking at one of the best putters on the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's an outright play, but I think he's definitely in the mix, top 20 when you have a plus 160 number there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Denny McCarthy's intriguing for sure this week on my front. So just keeping going. I mean, I think Keith Mitchell's in play. I mean, I don't know about Ben Griffin. Benyon, you can go him, Griffin. What do you think about Spieth this week, or your boy Cam Young? Put you on the spot there. You're like, no, I'm not playing Cam Young.
Yeah, I was thinking. I actually debated it for a little tonight. I can't. I don't think I can do 45 to 1. It's just gonna. I mean, he's another guy. Like, I mean, you remember last year at the Valspar when he lost to Malnati, but like, still scarred from that tournament. But he's. I don't know what's up with him.
He's just not playing good golf.
Yeah, he's not. He's playing decent in TGL. We just saw him yesterday play pretty well, but I mean, he's not even like good in the model right now. But the thing with him is like he can turn it on no matter. He can shoot at 8 under tomorrow and grab the first round lead. So it's like,
Yeah.
you really never know with them. It's kind of just whenever you want to waste $10 on them, go ahead. So I don't know if I necessarily like him with a lot of like hazards this week. So I just need to see a little bit of form from
I mean,
him.
look what kind of picture Ben Griffin has on this shot on the site. Like, come on, dude, you're a douche.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know what to do with.
I can't get this guy right. What to say in my life? I bet you I want to be on him. He's a Georgia boy. You know, Southeast, and he's probably played on this course plenty of times. He's playing fantastic golf.
Yeah, I didn't even
saw
think
it
he was
last week
good.
too.
Yeah,
You
he was
know,
good,
but I
though.
just, I mean, there must have been some type of wave advantage last week or last year at this tournament because everyone missed the cut that we like.
I think there was one last year. Everyone got like screwed on the. I think there was a lot of rain and stuff. So
But yeah, I mean, Ben Griffin's definitely still in play because just of his recent form and he does fit the course. So he's 7th in the model here, so everything kind of is trending towards Ben Griffin. It's just more of can you? I can't stomach playing him very often because I just know how bad it can get when
yeah,
when he's going. So I'm probably not gonna have Ben Griffin at all. If I do play him, maybe he is playing well, and I throw him into a 3-ball contest. But then again, just not someone I'm getting to. Alex Smalley played well again last week. So that's another guy at 45 to 1. It's pretty good. Luke Clanton, the amateur who's trying to get his tour card, is at 50 to 1. He's got to make a cut for that. Maybe throw him. I'm going to see what his 3-ball is. Maybe put him in either round 1 or round 2 in that front because he's going to be trying to go low. But Taylor Moore, Billy Ho, Austin Eckroat's got some good, of course, history here. Any of those guys intrigue you as you go down the leaderboard here?
Yeah, well, Eckroat won last year, so he's obviously won here. But I think I'm going to take Billy Horschel at 50 to 1. This
Florida
is
boy.
not going to be a Florida boy because it's not going to be based off his recent form because he has two missed cuts in a row. But we see a tied 9th at Pebble Beach, which is kind of more the style of this course. The ball striking there, he gained everywhere throughout the bag. But yeah, I mean, kind of a Florida guy, likes Bermuda. I think in the model, he was like 16th, 15th in strokes gain approach. Second, obviously, strokes gain total, Florida swing. So he plays well during this March stretch a lot of the times every year. I think here he has 4 top 20s. He's played here since 2012. So
Let's see.
I personally think a 50 to 1, he
Top
has the
10
most.
last year. Yep.
Yeah, and the top 10. I wasn't even counting that one.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's not bad. It's just me personally, I like the win equity there because we've seen him win. The 50 to 1's definitely a lot better than a lot of those lower numbers like Smalley and Ben Griffin, in my opinion. So
I don't know if you watched TGL last night. He was fired up.
and yeah, he looked really good last night. So I'm playing that angle as well, coming in with a little
as much as merit we're going to put into TGL. But
strokes gain TGL. We put that in.
I was just impressed by how fired up he was. I mean, Keegan Bradley is very competitive, but I mean, him and Billy together, like going against each other, it was fun to see.
Yeah.
But that TGL, I think it's been a pretty good success so far. I think it's a nice little midweek thing to keep golf relevant throughout the week. But all right, let's keep going. As we go for the long shot outrights, I think we have to mention Lucas Glover, aka Swamp Ass. He is another guy, fills out the model on all aspects. He's at 55 to 1, which is an ugly, ugly number. to take for him because you can usually get him in the 80s, 90s, and 100s.
Yeah.
But with the weaker field, he does sit at 55. I don't know if I can actually take that on him, but I might take a top 20.
I'm taking him outright.
You are?
Yeah, I saw, I think Bet365 is 60, so I'm going to try to shop and see if I can get over 55. But it's still kind of a shitty. But like in a tournament where it's not that bad to miss putts, it's like more of a grind. That's where I like him. Once again, we've seen him win the past 2 years a lot, so it's like I'd rather have a guy like that who's shown he can win.
Is a Florida boy.
This is if you pull him up real quick, if you want to pull him up in the model, this is like the key stat I'm looking at. If you scroll all the way to the right, I think it's go to the main model.
Oh, the main one.
Yeah. So he's just fourth strokes gained total last 36. If you scroll all the way to the right, you should see the key one I'm looking at, which is that bogey avoidance. Look what he is there. So he's number one.
Uno.
So that's personally what I looked at. That kind of jumped out for me.
Let's just filter it by that. Let's see.
Yeah.
So you got Glover, Cauley, Kim, Berger, Kuchar, McCarthy's up there that we talked about. Sig. Yeah. How Kitayama's up there, I'll never know.
I don't know. I don't know how he keeps popping up in models when he misses cuts every week.
We're just gonna shit on Kitayama all year long.
Well, actually, if you look at the putting, that's what it is, 102. But
yeah, that's horrific.
Yeah, I mean, I personally love this stat because there's so much water around this course. So that's what popped out to me on Glover. Obviously, the overall 150 to 200 there, he's top 20.
I think scrambling's going to be big here too.
Yeah, scrambling.
Whoa. Peterson, Grayers.
A couple random guys. Toasty, man.
Spieth, Berger.
Once again, Berger popping out. So.
But yeah, it's I think I do. So I'm definitely going to get some share of Lucas Glover. Right? I'm more likely going to do a top 20. You look like you're going to do an outright there. And then the one guy I did see that was on that model, I haven't got to him yet, but Brian Harmon at 60-1. I think that's a great number when a guy that doesn't hit it very far, but he's accurate, doesn't kind of beat himself. He's just a typical guy that kind of gets done. I believe he's a Georgia boy. So another guy in the area, played very, very well. Not as recent, but definitely there. And then another guy, like we talked about last week, Bo Hostler at 65-1. I think he went from like 33-1 or 23-1 or 33-1. I can't remember last week. And then now he's at 65-1. And I just think he had a bad couple days, and he's got something to prove this week, as you can see, only coming in at 5% ownership on DFS. So I think he's a good pivot play. And I always like, when you're playing DFS, to try to see those hidden gems who missed the cut last week, and people are just writing them off that might have been on him a lot last week, and going back to him for sure. So do like me some Bo Hostler again this week. We got Brandon in the chat. Kitayama is just in the slump. At least he hopes it is. But yeah, we'll see. He's I thought last week was his like, hey, if he's gonna do it, he's got to do it here, and he just did not do well. But you can go back to him for sure. So anybody down the leaderboard? I mean, long. We got any? Was it Pot Geeters? Pot Geek? How the hell you say it?
Pot Geeter.
Pot Geeter. Yeah. You got? Is there any Pot Geeter this week that you're looking at?
I mean, I don't want to not name this guy just to give him a nod, because Chris Kirk at 70-1. I know he's kind of not playing great golf right now, but at this course, great course record. That could be worth a sprinkle there at 70. I might do the top 20 at plus 250. So it's a decent number on him, on a guy who plays good at the Florida swing, I believe. I think he's strokes gained total, Florida swing. He's 10th. So another guy who likes the Florida courses. And then a super long shot for me is Adams Fenson at 110-1. It's probably my favorite long shot of the week. Obviously, he's not very consistent, but with the approach play, that's kind of what you're looking for here. He's one of the elite ball strikers on PGA Tour, even though he's kind of an average PGA Tour player. But not really much recent form, but I believe he got a top 10 here. I missed a cut last year, but 2 years ago he got a top 10 and then a 49. So not bad, but a guy, honestly, his top 10. I like those long shots now. I think it's 8-1, so might take a stab at that as well. So
Yeah, I would say my favorite long shot is probably Grayson Sig.
He was pop, yeah.
He pops a little bit, but then the other couple, I'm not going to say Thorpe Jorgensen, but that's Isaiah Salinda. He got like third last week. He impressed the hell out of me. I think his short game and everything was very, very good. And then the other one, Putnam is not terrible, but I mean, plus 12,000 is pretty wild for a guy who ranks 10th in the model here. So it's a stab. Obviously you're putting like maybe $5 on him, but obviously he rates well for a reason. So and it doesn't say anything about a Florida boy. He's from West Coast, but he's been playing pretty decent. If you want to take maybe a top 40 or a top 20 on him, let me see if he's got any course history. Yeah, the 2 times that he's played, he's gotten cut. So like I said, he's a shot in the dark. That's why he's plus 12,000. But we've seen this year, it does not matter. There is plenty of long shots to go around. So, all right. So let's get into our matchup of the stream. We swept it last week. I had Hogard, Nikolai Hogard over Thorbjorn Olesen. Say that 3 times in a row. And then Teaser had Jaeger over Michael Kim, which was a little bit of a sweat. I think Kim came up the leaderboard at the end.
Yeah.
But so we got those. I think you are 2-0 on the stream. 3-0.
Yeah. I think we've only done
a couple times. So I think you're 3-0 and I'm 2-1.
Yeah.
If we're keeping score at home. But yeah. We are actually no. I think I'm 1-2. Sorry, I'm 1-2, and you're 3-0.
Yeah.
So let's look at the tournament matchup that we're going to roll with this week. And as always, round matchups, 3-ball parlays. I give them out every single day in our Discord, and we are bound to hit one. So make sure you guys hit up Sharp Bros Discord. The link is below as well. And all right, so what do you got? You're looking at anybody so far that stands out?
I'm in between 2 right now. I'm thinking.
I bet I can guess which one you're looking at.
It's pretty simple based off who I've talked about tonight, but it's just a matter of who I feel more comfortable with. I
think there's some good ones.
Personally, I'm looking at the Berger McCarthy one and then the Rogers Horschel. So I trust Berger more than Horschel, but I think I want to fade Patrick Rogers this week.
He's due to be bad.
Yeah, like very bad. And I think he's been playing a lot of golf recently, so he's got to be tired. He's been traveling all over. I think went to Mexico from Genesis to Waste Management, like AT&T Pebble Beach. So he's played, I think that's 4 weeks in a row now. Farmers 5 weeks in a row.
Wow.
6 weeks in a row. 7 weeks. Okay, so he's played 7 weeks in a row. So I'm going to go, I just talked myself into it. I'll go Billy Horschel minus 110 over Patrick Rogers.
Wow. I think I kind of love that too.
Yeah.
And he didn't play here last year, but he has okay history here.
It's not great. It's a cut.
It's not great. I mean, but you are getting this is the best Patrick Rogers I've ever seen.
Yeah,
but that means he's due to suck. Yeah. He's due. Yeah. But I think I like that a lot. At minus 110, he's not even in the favorite in that matchup, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. I think it's a little recency bias, and it's not really a course that fit. I mean, driving distance doesn't really matter here, so it kind of nullifies what he's good at. So,
damn, yeah, I really like that one. That was a snipe. That was a snipe. And man, do I do this? Do I do it? Because I think I'm gonna go on the maybe the fade Kennyama train here, but go Keith Mitchell over Kitayama -110.
I like that too. Yeah.
The other one that I liked was maybe going Harmon over Glover. Even though we talked up Glover, I think I would give the slight edge to Harmon this week to finish higher than him. But that one's still too little close to call. So my official one will go Keith Mitchell over Kitayama. You got which one was that? Sorry, Horschel over Rogers -110. I think those are pretty solid all tournament matchups there. All right, so let us know in the chat which one if you're riding with, if you're riding with both. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick yours. I really liked it.
Hey, let's hop over one. Why not? We'll just do.
So we got we will have all our full cards out tomorrow evening. If you are watching the replay here, make sure to leave a comment. We will respond or join our respective Discords and get all of our plays, thoughts 24/7 here. We are going to go sweat out a same game parlay on Luka going back, or not going back to Dallas, but playing the Mavericks tonight. That'll be a very, very interesting matchup. So let's sweat out a parlay for that one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. I don't know whether to start Full Swing on Netflix or watch that tonight. It came out today, Full Swing, so I don't know.
It just came out today. Damn.
Yeah, the season 3.
So. I need to watch that. But yeah, that'll be delayed. I gotta watch this the NBA game for sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get up and out of here. I appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. What's next week? What the hell is going on?
We got Bay Hill and then the Players. So 2 good weeks in a row. So
sweet. All right. This will do it. Appreciate you tuning in. We will see you guys next week. Let's cash it. See ya.